I want to say this, that these tensions in America are long-standing. There's always been a debate in America about how to define we the people. There's always been a view that, and I mentioned earlier blood and soil nationalism. Recently, you've heard from people like the Vice President of the United States currently, making the argument that the idea that America is just a creed is wrong. America's also the people who've been here and their traditions, and essentially the argument is not a new one. I mean, there's an argument that was made from the start, which is there's certain people who aren't part of we the people, that we have a caste system in this country, and for a long time that was explicit and it was legal. And it said, black people aren't part of we the people. Women are sort of kind of part of the we the people. And through great struggle and mobilization and sacrifice and people standing up with moral clarity, and through a civil war, we changed that. And what's happening right now is that consensus that we thought we had gone through, that in fact we the people applies to everybody, I think that's being challenged directly. And that's a dangerous set of ideas, this idea that somehow we can go back to a system in which just some of us count, or some of us count more than others. They do. But
quiet.
Well, now here's the thing we have to do. Would you like to come up and take the mic? I'm not making light of this, right? But here's I'm happy to talk about this if it's a part of the question. But again, some rules around how we talk. Well, yes, there are disasters and catastrophes everywhere, sir.
Please.
Sir, I'm not the President of the United States currently, so there's no point in shouting at me. There's no point in shouting at me about it. I'm not in charge of foreign policy currently.
Please.
Well, there you go. But now listen. By the way, what's happened, I think we're going to have some time to talk about overseas, and I'm happy to address that as well. Because these things are actually connected. I'll just go ahead and talk about it now. Part of what you see in the Middle East is the consequences of a mindset that some people are worth more than others. That we're each part of a tribe, and that it's a zero-sum game. And that, my tribe is better than your tribe. That mindset, at some point, if you look at history, results in conflict. Terrible things are done on behalf of that idea. And so those who carried out October 7th had something in their minds that said, these families, these women and children that we are going to slaughter in cold blood are less than us. We are justified in perpetrating that kind of brutality. And those who are now saying we're going to withhold food and medicine and shelter from millions of people as a consequence of those awful events. That also is dehumanizing the people in Gaza who are suffering right now. Now, I want to be clear, I'm not drawing equivalences. This is because this is part of how our debates get bogged down. What I'm saying is that when we don't see people as people, bad things happen. When we dehumanize people, bad things happen. And America, at our best, stands for the idea that everybody counts and that everybody's equal under the law and has an inherent dignity and respect. And that idea, when we lose that idea here, the whole world gets dimmer. And we're seeing it right now. Autocrats feel like, oh, we've got license now. Because America, they seem to be okay with it. In fact, they're kind of doing some of the same things we're doing.